What is up, everyone? Merry Christmas to all of those out there. Happy Hanukkah, happy Kwanzaa, or what other type of, celebration that you celebrate during the wintertime. For me, it's Christmas. So, Merry Christmas to all of y'all that are in the chat. Welcome to the very last Sidetrack Sunday for the year of 2022. And who better to host it than the Train Freak? That's right. So tonight, I've got a few things that I will be giving away, and I got a package in the mail. So we'll get to opening that, and I promise you I will not be doing a Heath unboxing. And it is from the same guy who sent Derail Daryl a package, so I'm kind of nerves on edge on that one a little bit. So for those who were at Derail Daryl last Wednesday night and saw that, I don't know if you call it a monstrosity or what, but that was a fun show. So let's get to saying hi to everybody in here before we get to the festivities. All right, so starting off, we got Marty M in the house. So welcome, Marty. We got Mark Carville Studio, so Mike's here. Lynn McCurdy and the HDMMRC is here. My mom is here saying that my dad's here too. We've got my wife, my better half, actually. Grit and Grace Health and Wellness is here. Santa Fe Bob, my wife's friend Amber, her husband Jim or James Gentry. Let's see. We got Steve Childers here. We got Dwight with the Curly Express, and my chat just flew on me. Okay. And we got John Nofel here. We got Greg, Midsummer Railway in scale. Hey, Greg, I ain't seen you in a hot minute. Joe Rader, Black Rock Central is here. We've got our very own Christmas cake. If you look up in the Sidetrack Sunday logo in the upper left corner of your screen, John Schuylkill River Valley is our famous Christmas cake. Tim D is here, so welcome, Tim. We got Alan with the Mason-Dixon Railroad here. What's up, flocking model railroaders? I like that. That is awesome. We got Witchcraft John, Mystic Railroad here, saying hello to the Captain Blackbeard. And let's see, who else do we have in the house on this Christmas Eve? Or not Christmas Eve, but the eve of actually Christmas Day. Manny Fernandez here. So welcome, Manny. We got Ron Moen. Dave P with DES Media Productions. Murphy 7575 is in the house as well. Dan's Model Railroading Journey. So welcome, Dan. And let's see, who else we got? We got the unboxing presents of our logo, Humanity Junction in the house. And yeah, you thought you could get rid of me. And I know the little guy in the logo is stomping on me. And I say ouch a few times, but I'm a little stronger than you give me credit for. So you can't get rid of the freak. Let's see. We got Caboose 121 here. Mark E. Saunders. So welcome, Mark. And we got Thomas Grassi here. MSIL Hunter 5.1. Welcome. And I am caught up in the chat. And it says there's 40 people in here. Wow, that's a huge crowd. So yes, let's get this train moving. I would agree with that. All right. So if I ended up missing anybody in here, please say hi in the chat, and I will say hi to you as well. The Peach Railroad is here. Welcome, and Merry Christmas to you too. So everyone, Merry Christmas. I did put a poll up in the chat just to see if Santa brought you what you wanted for Christmas or not. For me, Christmas actually kind of came early. I did get one train about a month ago, and that's because it was considered new old stock, but it's a rare find for the railroad that I model. And so that was kind of an early Christmas present. But my wife got me an awesome present. It's not really directly for the railroad per se, but it's going to be used for the railroad. And it's a DeWalt woodworking table that I can set my DeWalt miniature table saw on. So That way I don't have to have like, two stall horses with like, plywood holding that table saw up there. Now I actually have a table for it. So that was an awesome, awesome gift from her. The locomotives that I got, I've already debuted them on the live stream with Container Man when he came by and checked out the layout last month. So 4 locomotives. I've already upgraded 2 of them with sound. The other 2 are going to stay in the box until I get decoders for them. So, but these are them. These are Intermountain, and these are not Union Pacific, even though they're yellow and gray. These are actually Cotton Belts, first paint scheme. So these are actually FTs. So I got an FTA, FTB, and this set here is locomotives number 915A and number 915B. The other 2 is 915C and 915D. So, and that's how Cotton Belt ordered them back in 1945. So that's really, really awesome set of locomotives. So tighten up your cotton belt, folks, or this stream will blow your pants off. Oh, that's awesome. So Santa brought me coal from Silverton, Colorado. That is awesome. So did it come from Silverton or did it come from Durango? That's a good question. Because I've been to both places. And I did ride the train between both places. And that was back in 2017, right before the big forest fire. So, hey, Mr. Bill B is in the house from the Ozark Midland and Southern Railway. Welcome, Mr. Bill B. Okay, so Silverton, right by the depot. That's awesome. That means it must have fell off the Durango. Well, I thought they converted all that to oil. Or maybe they're in the works of converting it all to oil. I know when I was there, when I rode the Durango in Silverton back in, I want to say it's 2017, they were all coal burners. And I probably should have worked on trying to get a piece of coal, but I didn't think about it at the time. Yeah, I know, right? But yeah, that was such a fun train to ride. I would love to go ride it again. Cumbres and Toltec, which is not too far from there, I would like to ride that one too. So, all right, let's. So, and that's why they tossed it. Yep, there you go. Yep, because see, they're oil burners now, which is sad, but it's understandable. Okay, so what would y'all like to do? Giveaway first, or do y'all want to see what's in the box? So I'm going to give y'all a few seconds to respond. It looks like we got 47 in the chat. So Brian Liljabald, you will not be disappointed with those FTs. Love that cotton belt early paint scheme. Yes, sir. And I am not disappointed. So they came DCC, so I could run those on the layout. And I actually did, like I said, when Container Man was here, but it was no sound. They came with the ESU Lope Pilot decoders in there, but since then I have put the Soundtrack Tsunami 2 and 1 set of the A and Bs. So I have not debuted those with sound yet because I still got some some programming glitches I got to get figured out. Foltz Bailey Model Railroad, the Christmas tree is finally in the house, guys. So welcome, Rick. It seems like the only guy we're missing is the guy who's licking the metal pole, and that would be Mr. Ray Boebel. He might show up. He might be doing festivities with the family. So, Mystic, how many locomotives are in your install queue? That's a good question. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. About 20. I got about 20 in the queue, not including my own. So the only reason why I did the A and B unit because they were both 21 pins. So real quick, easy installs to do. Just pull decoder out, pop decoder in. I did have to solder up a speaker, but I mean that was real quick. And Mystic saying I'll be running DC for a while. So Yeah, I mean, I've got more locomotives that are DC than DCC, whether it has sound or not sound. So, John 2618. So we're filling up on the Johns in the house. So welcome, John. Mr. Rail Serve John is in the house. So welcome. All right. So yikes, 2 screens with Jason on them. So much beard. Not sure what Tim's talking about there, but we'll go with that. So 2 screens, yes. And I did not put the beardaments in tonight. I wanted to save those just for the holiday show. Oh, that's not good, Joe. Better be safe with that one, man. And we got another John in the house. John Benicki's here. So welcome, John B. All right, so nobody has answered if they want a giveaway or want to see what's in the box. I have yet to see a reply from anybody. And Thomas wants to know where his engines are in the queue. They are right up at the front. I will tell you that. Over the holiday, I have not worked on anything. Did not even get a chance to work on the layout. I have been on the go the past 2 to 3 weeks. I have not had a chance to work on anything. But like I said, just doing a 21-pin decoder only takes like not even 5 minutes, but they're not even programmed. So that's the only thing I've done on that. The box. I'm seeing box. So looks like we might be doing box. And we've got Randall Ellison here. Welcome, Randall. Okay, so this box has come from a fellow YouTuber. I'm not going to show you this side of the box because it's got our information on it. But I will open the box with my handy dandy pocket knife. So let's see. Maybe I can scoot back and we might be able to get a little better view. There we go. That's a little better. And so Randall is saying he's at the rail yard. All right. So this is probably the bottom, but bottom top, I don't think it really matters, right? All right. It's got like this tape that's got like that fabric stuff in it. All right, here we go. Hopefully no leopard and hot pink panties, and hopefully no makeup. All right, so here's the inside. Bubble wrap and white tissue paper. So let's make sure. Oh. And we got some stuff here. All right. Let's see. Anybody else pop in? Steven Wigwag, Tridub is in the house. So welcome, Steven. And let's see. Train Fan 120. If I did not say hi to you, welcome. All right, so let me look at the first thing we got here. All right, so this is from our pal, Mr. Dave Thurber, also known as the Crooked River in Eastern. Hey, Jason, I want to send you this gift for Christmas as a small token of my appreciation for all your support and friendship. I truly appreciate you helping with the decoder issues I had recently. You have been a great help by sharing your knowledge and your willingness to teach. I also tossed in a couple of stickers too. Laugh out loud. Stickers. Yeah, we've got the sticker board back here. Unfortunately, that's actually going to be changed here pretty soon. But stickers, I promise you, will still be displayed. And then he put Dave Thurber, CEO of the Crooked River in Eastern. How about that? On letterhead at that. So that's pretty awesome. Okay. Man, I'm getting a lot of whitewash from this light here. That is crazy. All right, Train Freak. Let's see what this says. Hey, Artie. Artie Farty's in the house. Artie America Model Railroading. No, the big fat guy did not bring me nothing. No, that... He didn't even bring you a lump of coal? That's bad. All right, so first up, stickers. So I got 2 stickers. That's awesome. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get these to hang over here by a sign or not. Let's see, Sparky gave me some stickers recently, so I got his stickers there. So let's see here. We're going to try to shove the Crooked River and Eastern stickers right there on the Cotton Belt sign for the time being. And speaking of Sparky, welcome. Merry Christmas, Sparky 107. Seemed like you had a very good live stream. I was lurking in yours for the most part. All right, so Dave sent me a Christmas card. Have yourself a merry little Christmas. Jason, thank you for all your help and guidance. Your friend, Dave Thurber. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year from the CRNE. So that is awesome. And I did get a couple of other Christmas cards this year. I got one from Pappy from Trigoglin. And I did get one from Sparky 107, which are actually with the rest of the Christmas cards in the house because we had family over yesterday. And a couple of people did ask about y'all. So y'all might pick up some subscribers on that one. Rusty, Possum Bayou, you didn't tell me that you wanted anything. All right, so this is what was in the box. So let's see what I got. Man, he take this one up good. Where's that knife? Oh, shucks. Walters. Any guesses? Yeah, possibly a new train car. I'll go with that guess. There we go. Possibly a new train car. Low Country Railroad, welcome. Gary Shanks, Merry Christmas to you as well. Oh, that is awesome. That is slick, my friend. I'm sure y'all don't want to see this side of the box, right? Should I show y'all the other side? Or should I just pull the car out so that way you don't get the glare of the front plastic? Steve Childers is saying cotton belt, I bet. Oh. So Rusty, that was that was Artie that said that. So you and Artie can work that one out. All right. Set that off to the side. All right, y'all ready for the reveal? Show us what you got. We're going to slowly... Oh. I don't know if that's cotton belt brown. Check that out, y'all. Crooked River and Eastern. And this does fit the time period on my railroad. So that is awesome. And I really like how he painted the roof like silver. And he did decal the side. Nope, it's not a nice bunker. This is just a regular 40-foot boxcar. So, very, very cool. I really, really, really like. So one of the things that I plan on doing, and this is actually my next project when I can go and... Yeah, Dwight, thank God, no panties and makeup. So whatever Dave and Daryl's got going on, they can keep me out of that one for sure. But what I plan on doing is this thing back here is going to get replaced. I'm actually going to build individual shelves, 4 inches in height, so that way I can display things such as this or something like this. You know, the stuff that I'm not using. But this fits my era. So this will definitely get used. So I'll have to add that one into JMRI later. All right, looks like we had some more people pop in. Gerald Stewart, welcome. Merry Christmas. And the Mom and Son Train real fans. So Merry Christmas, Ray and Mom. And then we got ANC Railroad, a in-scale and life journey. Welcome and Merry Christmas to you too. All right. So that is cool. I wish Dave was in here tonight. But for me to say thank you so much, that's pretty awesome. I love getting these cars that are unique to the channels, because that is one way that I can display, you know, your channel when I have open house. So good question. What is my era? My era is 1958. So, and the Cotton Belt pretty much did away with all their steam by that time. But I do plan on having a couple of pieces lingering around, mainly not being used. Right now I have 2 Cotton Belt steam locomotives that were actually Southern Pacific's, custom painted, decaled. I'm still looking for one more, but it's going to have to be brass. I don't know if I would ever convert it to DCC. Maybe, maybe not sure. Santa Stewart is here. So check that out. We got Santa Stewart in the house. Welcome, Santa. But mainly F units, Jeep 9s, SD 9s. My biggest fleets, Alco RS3s. I've got one here. So I've got one in the Cotton Belts variant of the Black Widow. Looks a little different than the SP Black Widow. And then I also have, I think I have one up here. Yep. It's over there on the other side. Let's see here. If I can grab it without knocking stuff over is the key. Here's another one of my Cotton Belts in the black and orange scheme. So I have, I think, like seven of these. And I just got another one in the other day that doesn't even have a road number on it, meaning I can number it to any road number that I want. Yes, I do have a SPU50. That train fan was actually a gift to me, I want to say last year. So, yes, I do have a U50. And the person or the group of people that gifted that to me did install Tsunami 2 sound in it, which is pretty awesome. And I have ran it, not on this layout, but if you go to the Flying Crow, to his channel, and go and look at any of his live streams where it's got me in it, one of those live streams has me running the U50 on the Flying Crow's layout. So, Derek Alexander, thank you so much and welcome, buddy. Glad you're here. So it's your railroad, but in my opinion, upgrade that brass to a cam motor in DCC sound. Yeah, and that's the thing. But the tricky thing about brass steam is the tender picks up the rail on one of the rails, and then the locomotive itself picks up the other rail. And getting it to where the the locomotive and the tender picks up both sides of the rail is a really, really daunting task. And I'm not sure if that's a task that I am up for. So, Wiggy Waggy, did you win? I thought you said I could keep it. Oh, nobody's won anything yet. And we got chat popping up on me. Merry Christmas, Jason at the Train Freak, and all else here. So, welcome, Opa Dodge. Merry Christmas to you. Don't know exactly how they say it in German, but you could put that in the chat, and I probably still couldn't pronounce it, even though I do have some German heritage in me. But yeah. You didn't really miss much, Sparky. You just have to go back and see what Dave Thurber gave me for Christmas. Exactly. And so the thing with this brass locomotive, only one manufacturer made it. And when the manufacturer came out with the type of locomotive, it's not really what that type of locomotive is. But Westside Models made it. They classified as a Southern Pacific GS8, but the GS8s are all cotton belts. So there you have it. All right, so let's do contest. Let's get some stuff away because I'm not going to be able to be here for no 3-4 hours. I'm not going to be able to compete with how long Sparky was live earlier. Oh Lordy. So Tim, what area in Arkansas would depend if I say yes or no? So Sparky's already guessing. Sparky, no, you're nowhere near close. Now, if you use those numbers in your name, you might be a little closer. So, all right, Nisi J, welcome. Merry Christmas to you too. Okay, so what am I giving away? What about some channel swag? Little Rock. Okay, so Tim, I'm actually not related to any Wilsons in Little Rock. So you might have to kind of go back further on that one. But I do know there was a lot of Wilsons all over Arkansas, but my group is not from Little Rock. Nor east of it. All right, let's see here. So let's give away some channel swag. We're going to play the Sparky game. Everybody loves the Sparky play, right? Yes, Foltz Bailey Model Railroad. You are allowed to play if you want to. Anybody could play. The only person that I'm allowing not to play, and she's probably going to kill me for it, is my wife, my beautiful wife. And that's because, hey, Crooked River and Eastern is here. Dude, you've already missed the unveiling. Here, just for you, Dave. For those who don't know about the Crooked River and Eastern channel, go check him out. He's building a beautiful layout. Jigoku Samurai, welcome. Merry Christmas to you as well. All right, so we're going to give away some channel swag. So I'm going to let y'all guess numbers here in just a minute. And yes, I will type start, stop. So I'm not going to unveil who won tonight because sometimes the way the chat works today and the way it's recorded on YouTube, it's a little different. But tonight's winners will get a choice if they want a Train Freak t-shirt. So basically white t-shirt with the Train Freak logo on it, or coffee mug. So t-shirt or coffee mug. All right, so that's going to be the prizes for tonight. All right. So everyone is eligible to partake. All right, so I probably should have had a piece of paper in here with the pen. I got pencils. I got a pen. Does this write? Oh, it writes. So there. So instead of paper, we're going to do the trusty Palm Pilot. So how many people we got in chat? Dadgum, 62. Holy smokes. Man, y'all must not have nothing to do on Christmas. It's okay, because that's why I'm here. All right. How was your day, Jason? And how was your Christmas, Nathan? Merry Christmas to you. And Mason Dixon just says, I want a sticker. Okay. So because of what Alan said, if you win a shirt or a coffee mug, you automatically get a sticker too. So there you go. Yes, and in my era. That is correct. All right. So, is it possible to buy a mug or a t-shirt from Human City Junction? Absolutely. I actually was going to pop up on my Teespring, so it is on my Teespring. You can go to any of my videos and look in the comment down in the section or the description, down in the description, sorry. And there are links to my Teespring thing. Hot Dog Pilot 63, it's Boxing Day here, so welcome, Hot Dog. All right, so let's get this contest going. We got 63 folks in here. So we're going to do this. Instead of a number, we're going to do a letter. All right, so letter of the alphabet. And it is on this side of the Palm Pilot. All right, so you're going to guess a letter from A to Z. Okay? It doesn't matter what the language is, as long as it's in the English alphabet, A to Z. Go ahead and start guessing. Once you see the word start. Oh, that chat's popping fast. I love it. Okay, I saw the letter. All right, so that was the first letter. Wow, everybody's still going. All right. So, if you were the first person, and like I said, we're going to have to confirm on the replay. If you guessed the letter T, and we got Rusty being funny here, F, U, R. Oh, fur. Oh, okay. All righty. So if you were the first one that guessed that, like I said, I will confirm it. I will come out with a video and let you know if you won or not. All right. It's either fur or Furix. All right, Nathan has got a question. Jason, just curious, the freight cars that I gave you, are they close to the area model because of the shape and stuff like that? And if you had Thomas fans, would you run Thomas for them on your layout? If I had a Thomas locomotive, I would definitely run that on my layout from time to time. And Nathan, your goodies. Oh, let's go that way. There they are. Right over there. There's the Nathan cars that he's talking about. And so that's another reason. Oh, Lord, I got to fix my. There we go. So that's another reason why I want to change this up back here. So that way you'll see the full display of everything. That is very possible, Tim. I do not have slow mode on, so that is a YouTube thing. But yeah, the only thing that I have on is you got to be a subscriber to comment. And once you're a subscriber for at least a minute, you can comment. All right. So that is the first giveaway. So Artie is saying he lost. And Sparky is saying that they do show up in the replay. So, like I said, I did double check to make sure I saw that letter at least 2 times before I did say stop. So, still got 59 people in here. All right, so we're going to do it again. But this time we're not doing a letter. I just want to do something a little different. All right, so we are going to go, and we got 60 people in here. Let's go anywhere from 0 to 100. Let me think of a number I want to do. All right. All right. I have a number. Oh, that's not what I want to do. All right, so any number between 1 and 100. That's right, 1 and 100. So, unfortunately, Sparky, 107 is too high. When you see the word start, you can go. Any numbers before start do not count. All right, so go. This is for another t-shirt and sticker or another coffee mug and sticker. And you can only post one number per line. Someone actually put in 0. That's funny. Because I did say 1 to 100. Oh, I'm seeing some close numbers. Haven't seen it yet. And I am watching on my phone. Okay, I think I did see it once, but I'm going to wait and see if I see it a second time. Just to be sure that I saw what I saw. Someone put 2021. Oh, that's funny. And I got a few people dancing around it. A lot of people are either guessing like really high or really low. Okay, I did see it a second time. So let me go ahead and put in stop. I did see it a second time. All right. So we're going to let the chat kind of slow down. All right. So here was the number 15. Oh, I did say 0 and 100. Okay. Well, 0 and 100, 1 and 100. So I got corrected. Mom corrected me. Not the first time that's happened to be corrected. Merry Christmas, Split Rock. I hope things are going good for you up north. So I don't know about y'all, but man, let me tell you, it was cold the other morning, Friday morning. It was pretty cold. So, Michael Lee, greetings and Merry Christmas from Perth, Western Australia. Welcome, Michael. You're actually the second person I know from Perth. There's another YouTuber that is part of the Back on Track squad that is from Perth, if I'm not mistaken. So, all right. So for those who don't know, and I know all of y'all up in the north are going to be like, yeah, we get that cold weather every time, every year. Let me tell you, living in Central Arkansas, I grew up here, been living here all my life. That's 36 years of living here. It rarely, and I mean rarely, ever gets down in the teens. Now, y'all up in the Northeast, the Midwest, Montana, the Dakotas, I know y'all get like negative. Y'all hit sub-zero every year. I get that. But here, it rarely ever gets in the teens. It's been in the 20s quite a few times, but hardly ever the teens. And Friday morning, when I woke up to get the fire going back in the wood stove, and I had to go out and go grab some wood, it was 3 degrees. I've only experienced it one time being colder than 3 degrees Fahrenheit, and that was in 2021 during Snowmageddon. We had what was called, or what we called it Snowmageddon, but we had -1. It got down to -1 that night. But 3 degrees Fahrenheit, 6 o'clock in the morning was pretty chilly for us. So, but the wind chill is what made it really bad. The wind chill, they said for our area it was like -15 to -20. So, yeah. And see, Rusty lives really close to the Gulf. So 22 degrees there is very rare for him. And Steve Childers said it got down in the 30s down in Tampa, Tampa, Florida, which is very rare. So for all of y'all that is pretty much in the Rockies to the eastern coast, all of us got slammed with this really cold storm. It was pretty nasty. So yeah, Nissy J, I know she lives close to the Tampa area. 27 degrees. That's pretty frigid. So, all right. 54 degrees in California. See, California didn't really get hit with this. 18 degrees in South Texas. Yeah, pretty chilly. I don't even know what the temperature is. I know it's below freezing. We did, in Central Arkansas, we did get above freezing today, but we only got to 34, so it wasn't much. I do know my swimming pool still has ice about that thick sitting in it, because I could actually push on the side of the pool just to see where the ice was and then where it actually gave way, which was water. But yeah, the ice was that thick, so I could probably stand on top of that pool and it probably would not bust. So... let's see. Did anybody else pop in that I missed? Trackside Mike, Merry Christmas to you. I think that was the only... No, Jeff, the railroad enthusiast, also popped in. So welcome, Jeff. Merry Christmas to you as well. And Michael Lee, you are welcome for the shout out. It seems I missed a question from Nathan. All right, Jason, I know it's probably a long time ago, but just in case, because I'm curious, did you learn techniques that you won't get anywhere else from Ben from Creative Rails? So when I barely remember Ben, I think I watched maybe a couple of his live streams before he went MIA. He was a member of On Track Tuesday at the time. But by the time Ben was around, or by the time I started getting into YouTube a lot more as a channel and not as a viewer, that's about the time Ben went missing. So, Galloping Goose, famous in Arkansas, or is that too far from where you live? I'm making another Galloping Goose, but it looked like a school bus with the colors too. So there's a difference between what's called a rail bus and a Galloping Goose. Galloping Goose is Colorado. That's the Rio Grande and Southern. That is over in Michael McCarville's territory, that area. So the Galloping Goose was basically a rail bus, but chopped, or it could have been just a truck with a boxcar on the back of it. And I think it was like 2 trucks and like 1 axle on the front. Or it might have been 3 trucks being 6 axles. And I know it had a Pierce Arrow gas motor in it. But just a rail bus is basically a bus that rides on the rails. Galloping Goose, a little bit different, and it's only native to like Colorado, maybe parts of New Mexico. I really don't know the geography of that area where the Rio Grande and Southern was. I know eventually they became part of the Denver, Rio Grande, and Western. But yeah, the RGS, I'm not very familiar with it, except for the fact that their locomotives are still operating at the Cumbers and Toltec and the Durango and Silverton. So I do know it's narrow gauge. And C.W. McCall also did a song on the Galloping Goose. So, which is a pretty good song. All right, so we're going to do one more contest. This contest is going to benefit those who follow my channel the most. That's right. I run 5 different railroads, or I mentioned that in my track design and in later live streams videos. Make sure 5. I think it's 5. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 5 different railroads. Okay. You put it all in one line, the names of the 5 railroads I run. If you want to put your inputs in quicker, you can use the reporting marks. All right, but the reporting marks have to be correct. So this is going to be the next contest for another t-shirt and or coffee mug with a sticker. So after I post start, the first person who can name me all 5 railroads that I plan on running on the Delta Pines subdivision layout will get the third and the last final prize that I plan on giving away. So good luck. And let's see what everybody comes up with. One of them, yep, human, only got 2 of them. Oh, and it's not these 5 signs. So I saw where that one came in. It is not those 5 signs. But I will tell you 3 of those signs are on it. The 2 other signs I don't have signs for. I don't even know if they make signs. And DPS is not one of them. But Tim is very close. Very close, Tim. All right, so I'm going to give you a hint. 1 of the 5 is a short line. 1 of the 5 is a short line. And I have yet to see one person get all 5. I've seen several get 3 or 4. But I haven't seen anybody get all 5 yet. So you know there's a short line. And you know 3 out of the 5 signs behind me are put on it. We have a winner. Ding, ding, ding. Ding, ding, ding. All right. So you all know Cotton Belt SP. That was pretty much the givey. If you follow the operations, you know that I have an interchange with the Rock Island. And my Rock Island locomotive is right here. All right. So there's the Rock. Boy, this thing is so ugly that it's cute. There's the Mopac. And yes, that is a BL2. Proto 2000. BL2. And then the other locomotive I have to paint. But I might have a picture I think I have a picture on my phone. Let's see if I can find the picture on my phone. And I will show you what that locomotive will look like if I can find it with the right paint scheme. That is going to be my kicker. There's only 2 photos I have found online that has the proper paint scheme, and both of these photos, unfortunately, are in black and white, which is going to make painting it very fun. But there is the picture from an angled photo and the same picture again from the front. Exact same locomotive. Someone has actually painted a different style of locomotive. So the one that I plan on doing is an SW1500. I did find out where someone actually did a GE 70 tonner. But that's going to be roughly the paint scheme that I go with. This was the AD&N's first paint scheme. They altered their paint, their second paint scheme, and basically flipped the colors of the hood of the locomotive, but the cab was the same. So this is the second variant. This is not what I'm going to be doing. I will be going off of the first variant. So that's going to be a fun and challenging task of doing that. And Mr. Schuylkill River Valley, our Christmas cake, has actually been nice enough to make decals for me on that. So Randall Ellison is saying that his favorite Rock Island scheme is the bright red and yellow scheme with the large white letters on the car body. That one's not too bad. I like the bankruptcy blue as my favorite, to be honest. But the maroon is a very beautiful color. The black and red's a very beautiful paint scheme too. And there is actually one of the Rock Island locomotives. They called it the red, white, and blue. Not the Independence E8, but the red, white, and blue. And it was basically, from my understanding, and Tim might know this as well, I think it was a GP unit or an SD unit. I can't remember if it was if it was a 4 or 6 axle, but it got involved in a wreck, derailment of some type. The cab got damaged. And so the hood was still in the red with the white lettering, but when they put a new cab on it, it was in bankruptcy blue. So they called it the red, white, and blue. And I think there was only one of those. Yeah. So, but yeah, the Ashley Jura Northern short line, that was in a town that I went to college in. So I remember seeing a lot, not their locomotives and stuff, but a lot of their rolling stock. By the time I went to college down there, it was known as the Arkansas Midland, which is now a G&W company. How about that? But the Ashley Jura Northern no longer exists. But one of the Ashley Jura Northern's sister company, which is the Fordyce in Princeton, another short line that was also owned by Georgia Pacific, that was Old Rock Island as well. So, all right. So, Jason, my dad makes decals, and that's how he got the Nathan DeLay sticker, and he made some for Amtrak and the heritage units of the New Jersey Transit, but the decals he makes is probably a little too thick. So, Frank, Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah to you all, and Happy Kwanzaa to you too, Frank. I'm just kidding, Frank. Merry Christmas to you. You can't leave out Kwanzaa, man. And I know there's a lot of other winter holidays going on. You got those that believe in what's called winter solstice. I think that's probably more Native American tribes that celebrate winter solstice. Muslims or Islam, I think they celebrate what's called Ramadan, which is around this time frame. I don't know if Ramadan's actually going on now or not, but I know it's close to the same area. So, yes, Festivus. Oh boy. We got to get it out. We got to get it going. Thank you, Mr. Rick Bailey, for the $5 super sticker. It don't even show me what your super sticker was. That's kind of. Let me see if I go to the other chat and it shows. Okay, it's a guy dancing with a little. That's like good for like New Year's, I would say for sure. Definitely like or a birthday party. But thank you, Rick. And so for all of those who don't know, last week when Ray was hosting Sidetrack Sunday for the holiday show, I was over in the kill room, and that's because my computer took a crap. So all of y'all should be very, very proud of me that I got all of my new computer parts in on Thursday. I got it up and going, everything reinstalled, and the only thing that I could not get to work properly was getting the Bluetooth headsets to work. Otherwise, I would let y'all come up and share what you got for Christmas. That was the plan. But so Rick said I tried a super chat, but it canceled. I don't know. Not going to go there, Rick. Maybe the YouTube don't take Pinecone currency very well. So, all right. So, Jason, the 611 part of the history of your layout I saw in real life was Sparky's YouTube meet and greet, but I never ran 611, was in a wreck, and that's the only survivor and still runs shockingly. Oh, okay. So, yeah, the 611 never ran here. The most pronoun locomotive that ran in Arkansas would be the 819. That is the last steam locomotive that, besides UP 844, 3985 has came through here, and of course 4014. But the 819 is probably the biggest well-known steam locomotive in the state, and it actually got, I think it was last year. It was either last year or the year before, it became the state steam locomotive of Arkansas. So, yep, Norfolk and Western, too far from this area, buddy. So Arkansas Class 1 railroads were the St. Louis Southwestern, also known as the Cotton Belt, which eventually in 92 got fully acquired by the Southern Pacific, which in 96 got fully acquired by the Union Pacific. Its main rival railroad was the St. Louis Iron Mountain and Southern Railway, which I do not know what year, but it became part of the Missouri Pacific. And then, of course, in 1982 became Union Pacific. So Mopac on most of the trackage here in the state. Cotton Belt was second, or probably Rock Island was second behind the Mopac. So Rock Island, the next railroad. But Cotton Belt, or SP, was the last railroad, the last Class 1 railroad that is originally in the state. You also had the Frisco that cut through a small sliver of the state, and that's where Randall Ellison works, of course, with the BNSF right now. And then in the west side of the state, we did have the KCS. But part of that is the Arkansas-Missouri Railroad, if not mistaken. I think that was KCS. And then, but there is still some KCS that does operate southwest of the state. So 611, not native here, probably will never come through here, because that means they would have to get trackage rights through Union Pacific, and I don't know if UP would allow another railroad's steam locomotive on their tracks. I'm sure Split Rock could confirm that, being a UP employee. Maybe not confirm it, but highly agree. So, and Rick, Derek is saying that Super Chats cannot be paid with acorns. I was going to go with pine cones because acorns would be a deciduous tree, and that is definitely not Rick. So, all right. And so there you go. Split Rock does confirm only UP steam allowed. So Jason, did the only survivor of the car, I think you mean cab Ford, did that run where I live? No, cab Fords didn't come through here either. They stayed out in California and Nevada. So just like CSX and NS would never let a UP steam on their rails, that is correct too. So UP, so I do got a tag on this one. UP did make an offer years ago to the city of Pine Bluff, Arkansas, my hometown, and the current owner of the St. Louis and Southwestern Class L1 Northern number 819, the last steam locomotive to be built in the Pine Bluff shops of the Cotton Belt during World War II. UP offered to restore that locomotive, but in the understanding that it had to stay in the Cheyenne shops with the rest of the steam fleet, and that UP would allow it an excursion every 2 years. And of course, what I was told is that the city of Pine Bluff said not no, but heck no, because that is the flagship locomotive of the state of Arkansas. And this was years ago, back in the late 90s, early 2000s, maybe closer to the 20 teens. So years ago. And the reason I know this is because of a dear friend of mine who just turned 70 the other day, owns a hobby shop here, but he used to be a federal Department of Transportation inspector. He was assigned to the FRA, or to work in coordination with the FRA. And he's also very, very good friends with Ed Dickens, who has personally introduced me to the man, and I have shaken his hand twice. Both times that he came through the area, once with the 844, and then the other time with the 4014, the first time the 4014 came through. The second time I did not, and that was because I was live with y'all. So UP was going to make an exception to allow a non-UP steam allowed on their railroad. However, the city did not agree with it. So, and that's all I got to say on that one. Wood and nickels for Super Chat. If the wood is big enough that I can use for my layout, absolutely, Lynn. But I would hate to know what the shipping would cost on that one. And so UP steam was allowed on the CSX. They used a 3985 for a Clinchfield Challenger for a winter. So that's very interesting. But if I was not mistaken, didn't they dress it up as Clinchfield, even though it was not a Clinchfield? All right, so 3985 is just recently got transported to a museum. There was videos of it being transported. I don't know which museum it went to, but there's a lot of videos out there. So Merry Christmas, Derail Daryl. Family gathering. Enjoy. Derail out. So, Derail, thank God I did not get the panties and the makeup that you received, my friend. Dave had me sweating over here. Merry Christmas, buddy. Hey, Claude. Merry Christmas, Jason and everyone. Merry Christmas to you, Claude. Cowboy Valley and Timberline Junction Railroad. Also part of Back on Track. So, Merry Christmas to you, my friend. Is Back on Track going to be live for New Year's Eve? That would be good. Yep. And see, Dave is over there rolling because he knew what was up. So, all right, guys. So, I'm going to go back and check the replay for whoever answered these two correctly. I already know that Mr. Tim who has already received a gift certificate to Train Freak Hobbies, has also received either a t-shirt or coffee mug and sticker of his choice. So Tim, if you want to go ahead and shoot me up an email on that one, go ahead. The other two I will announce in a video later this week of your winnings. Postmodern Model Works. Good evening. Howdy, y'all. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas to you. Postmodern Model Works. So I do not want to stay on late tonight, so I'm going to kind of keep it close to an hour. I know I'm a little over, but I earned 10 minutes. I really iron 5 because I have a 5-minute intro. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and cut it out early tonight. Let y'all spend time with your families over Christmas. I want to say Merry Christmas to y'all. Thank you so much for your support this year. Thank you for those who gave super chat, super stickers earlier. Much, much appreciated. And don't worry, even though y'all know I'm no longer in the rotation of Sidetrack Sunday, does not mean I am leaving. Y'all cannot get rid of me that easy. So other than that, y'all be safe out there. Next week, John, Schuylkill, River, Valley will be doing something for New Year's Day. What? I have no clue. John is a very quiet guy who keeps his thoughts to himself. And that's why he's such a wise man. So make sure you check him out next week. Check out all the other channels out during the week. All right. So other than that, Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. Y'all be safe out there. Happy railroading.